Hey everyone, my name is Peter, and this isn't exactly the kind of story I thought I'd be telling online, but here we are. I tried to fight a social media scam, and it turned into a real nightmare for me. It all started with my game. I'd been pouring my heart and soul into this indie project, but there was one missing piece. A talented animator. So I scoured Facebook groups looking for the perfect fit. That's when I landed on one interesting post. The person was offering animation services and everything looked legitimate. Slick website, impressive animation samples, even claims of experience at Disney and Pixar. Yeah, in hindsight, were there red flags? Probably. But I was focused on getting the game done, and this person seemed like the answer. We talked, negotiated and signed a contract, and then the person vanished, taking my money and leaving me with a sinking feeling in my gut. This wasn't some harmless ghosting. The deeper I dug, the more victims I discovered. He was a serial scammer, moving through Facebook, posting mind-blowing animations, changing names and luring aspiring game developers with the same fabricated credentials and stolen portfolios of professional animators. I couldn't just let this scumbag get away with it. I had to do something, not just for myself, but for everyone he had targeted. So, with a bunch of other victims, we formed a group, and after months of dedicated investigation, we pieced together the real identity of the person responsible. His name was Ian Bose, and he lived in Kolkata. I often traveled to Nepal to visit my fiancée. Nepal is right next to India, and so in early 2023, I decided to go there to file a police complaint against the scammer. Mistakenly, I was under the impression that the Indo-Nepal Treaty didn't require a separate visa for India since I had one for Nepal. The Nepali border officials didn't object to my passport lacking an Indian visa, and it was checked twice before I entered India without any Indian official stopping me at the Raxaul border crossing. Filing a report with the cyber police was a whole ordeal, but I went in prepared. I had contracts, messages, and even got statements from the other victims. I figured this would be a slam dunk. Nail the scammer and get back to my life. Except that's not what happened. On my way back to Nepal, they informed me of a visa discrepancy at the border. The Indian immigration officials said I needed a visa for staying in India. Next thing I knew, I was thrown in jail for 11 months, charged with using a fake passport without any evidence of such document, and later sentenced to 2 years in prison for staying in India without permission. I'm currently out on bail, awaiting a review of my case. This whole thing has been a wild ride. This scammer is no joke. He somehow found out about my incarceration and upon my release started harassing me with phone calls and messages threatening me with more police action. Even though I reported the crime, he has not been apprehended. He remains active under the alias Ian Berman, continuing to defraud more people.